GOP will release a, quote, discussion draft of their health care bill on Thursday. This unfolding while Democratic senators are turning to aggressive obstructionist tactics, doing whatever they can to derail Republican senators from holding a vote on the bill before the July 4th recess. Here to discuss, Madison Gesiotto and Michael Barnes. Madison, I'll start with you. So we have this draft, but there's a lot going on with health care in the next few days. The discussion draft coming out Thursday. CBO's going to score this bill next week. We could have a vote as early as next week. That's what they're saying, maybe not. What do you make of this? It seems like a very aggressive timeline. Can they do it?
Sure, I think they can do it. I mean, they have 9 legislative days. Yes, that's a tight timeline, but I think they can get it through. And the reality of this is, let's look at what Obamacare is doing to the American people. It increased costs, it decreased choice, and it increased bureaucratic red tape. And while the Democrats are out there pretending like they wanted to work with the Republicans on this, they would have never worked with the Republicans to repeal Obamacare. And so I think this is the only option for Republicans right now.
Even some Democrats say that you've got that absolutely right. Michael, to you, the Democrats are doing everything they can. They're pulling out all the stops. They've got this 2-hour rule where they're making sure that the Republicans can't hold committee meetings during this period because they say that they don't want Obamacare repeal and replace to come up, but actually they're just stopping the business of the Senate. My mom used to call that down low and ornery. What do you say?
I agree. They don't deserve our attention here because they're not being serious about finding policy solutions that'll stabilize the marketplaces and protect consumers. Now, the Republicans, on the other hand, they've got an opportunity now to make this right, and they can take responsibility for stabilizing the Affordable Care Act in a way that replaces the good parts, right? Health care can be provided to people who need it and accessible to people, but get rid of the bad parts, right? So the opportunity here is to make sure that you stabilize the prices for younger people and make sure that people can save for health care, and then ultimately keep those consumer protections so that the 23 million Americans who really need this health insurance and shouldn't go without it, as President Trump said last week, they need a kind and generous opportunity. So my concern is not about the Democrats. They're going to vote no. It's about the conservative Republicans like Mike Lee and Rand Paul, as well as some of the others who could derail this.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a long way to go on this. But Madison, to you, it was just last week that Chuck Schumer was saying, I want to sit down and talk to you guys about this. He made this offer. Republicans didn't take him up on that. Was that a mistake in the wake of that horrific shooting? Should they have said to Schumer, yes, we will talk to you, to just set the table and say, this is going to be a real conversation on this?
Unfortunately, I think no. I think they did make the right decision because I don't think he's serious about coming to the table to get rid of Obamacare. He wants to keep Obamacare. Yes, he has recognized that there's problems with it, and so have other Democrats, but I don't think they're serious about repealing it, and that's what needs to be done.
But there could be discussion on what you can keep. There are lots of consumer protections in Obamacare that ultimately need to be replicated in a bill that would come from Republicans, and that can be done. The essential elements are already in the House bill. You can take away the boon to insurers, and then you use the Senate bill to provide some market-based incentives to basically restructure this in a market-based way while keeping those patient protections. It is possible, even with the House bill, if they eliminate some of the boon to insurers, that's going to take away protections for consumers.
Well, we've got 47 counties out there. They're going to have no options whatsoever come 2018 as it stands right now. And tomorrow, a big federal deadline for insurers to sign up. So we've got lots more coming. Thanks, panel, for coming on. Great job.
It's on Republicans now. Thank you.
It's on Republicans. That's right. Well, the Department of Justice taking a big step in fighting crime, choosing to help 12 cities that are suffering a surge in violence. You'll want to hear which cities are getting help. We'll tell you next.